right on top.
Hello. 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 Good morning. Whew. It's good to see you all. We blew in this morning. Okay. Welcome to Unity of Fort Collins, everybody. If you are new here today and would like a welcome packet in your hand, would you put your hand up and one will appear right in your hand? It's magic. Okay. Welcome to all our online participants today. Glad to have you. Our speaker today is Reverend Jim Yeaw in the back. Elise Wonder is our musician, and our reader today is Ginny Hout, if she makes it. She's here. Good news, Ginny's here. All right, wonderful. Yeah, so today is a special day for us. We're having our curry potluck, and this is a long tradition in Unity where some people make the curry chicken and the sauce and the curry tempeh, and then there's all kinds of ingredients you put on it. So Lil's not here to say it, but you pile it on, and then you put your fork in, and you lift it up, and all the flavors are there. Woohoo, it's deluxe. So no lunch bunch today. There's a curry potluck. And I want to just say, it's a fundraiser for the church. If you were going to spend money at the Back Porch Cafe, would you spend your money here about the same amount? That would be awesome. And if you do not have money to share, please come. Please join us in the curry potluck. So it's not a requirement. We'd love to have you. I also had a conversation recently about excuse me, the unintended consequences of doing the team rah-rah. So we've got a huge amount of people who serve on teams here, 80 or 90 people. But if you're somebody who does not have energy to join up, if you're working on a chronic illness, you're full out busy, there's no expectation. So there's no expectation of any kind to be here. So if you want to join, we'd love to have you. If it doesn't feel right, don't worry. Be happy. It's all good. Don't worry, eat curry. Yeah, that's the ticket right there. Our youth and family program will focus on foundation stones in the month of April. Today, the topic is my moral compass. Every Sunday, we have a chaplain available to pray with people after the service. Today, our chaplain is Reverend Sharon, and she'll be around the corner in the Myrtle Room if you'd like to hang out with Sharon for a minute. I don't know what this is, but it sounds cool. There's a vibrational sound bath this afternoon at 3:30 in the friendship room. So Michael Stephen Beggs is the facilitator. Robert and I are fencing. I think vibrational sound bath sounds better. On April 13th, there's a memorial service for Stephen Johnson, who is a long-term member of Unity, and he actually designed the labyrinth out there. So the memorial service involves the labyrinth. If you don't know what the labyrinth is, it's out there, And we have a little brochure, The Labyrinth at Unity at Fort Collins, and it's a walking meditation. You enter at the beginning, and you just walk the path, and it brings you to the center. It feels so good. And then you walk back out. When our son was 8, maybe, we lost him in the Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, and we found him back at the labyrinth. And so he was 8 years old, and he was walking the labyrinth again. And he said, "Oh, this is the kind of place that makes you shiver with delight." Oh. So our labyrinth is the kind of place that would make you shiver with delight. So if you haven't done it, it's just a walking meditation. Just walk it. Saturday, April 20th, we have our spring cleanup. And on Friday, April 26th, there will be a Deep Peace concert here with Paul Temple. The cost is $22, and there's a website link where you can buy tickets. Summer camp being hosted by Unity and Polestar Gardens for ages 5 through 12, 3 separate weeks of camp. So if you have or know kids that get to have a spiritual and fun camp experience, we've got one. All right, those who have announcements, come on up.
I'm ready to go walk the labyrinth. Monday, tomorrow night, it's going to be our third Circle of Consciousness Expansion, our monthly meeting. And we want to invite anybody who wants to join us. We have a sign-up sheet on the back table there for first-timers. If you're already joining us, you don't need to sign up again. It's at 6:15 in the Roomy Room, and we are having quite a wonderful experience of sharing and expanding our minds and growing our spirituality. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Kamina. I'd like to invite you Tuesday to our monthly meditation. And it always follows with something called pranic healing, which is an energy healing. If you have any questions about that, you can talk to me after the service. But the focus of the meditation this month is forgiveness. And I think it's broad enough that we can all benefit from it. So I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Good morning, folks. I think most of you know Jim by now.
I don't have my bunny ears or my rake today.
And most of you know I'm Leanne. So after many years of being a co-lead on the facilities team, we've added another co-lead. Jim has agreed to help us out by taking the lead on outdoor activities so I can focus on indoor activities, which is a great relief to me. The facilities team does a lot of work. And on April 20th, coming up in a couple Saturdays, we are doing an annual cleanup. So we got quite a few people the first time we passed this clipboard. We could use some more. On page 1, there are sign-ups for the outdoor work, which is, raking, trimming bushes, things like that. And on page 2, if you could, we're also trying to get a few more volunteers to do some indoor work. We're going to move some things around for the youth and family ministry. And so we need help just moving small pieces of furniture, etc. There's some other opportunities on here. I'll quit talking. Why don't you tell them about your project outside?
Okay, I'm leading up the landscape project out front, and we're going to start primarily over here where the old tree was, and we're going to work our way across the front, putting in xeriscape. And I've been working with the city of Fort Collins about the rebate program for that, and I've talked with, and I've got approved for some technical assistance from the city of Fort Collins for a grant of a little over $4,000. So any technical assistance that we get, the city is going to be paying for, and whatever money we don't use for technical assistance, we do have to give back. So
Let's use it up.
well, use it up. I know lots of people that I've already kind of touched in, because the city, in all their wisdom, there was no initial landscape design when the church was built, so they want one. So I'm talking to somebody that is a landscape designer who maybe will come out and do that, the whole side of the church for us. So anyway, that's where we're at.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Steph, and there is a group traveling to Guatemala on the 10th, and so I found a little blessing I wanted to say to them. This is by Hester Fox. Here is what I know to be true. We are part of something larger, something more beautiful than we could ever comprehend. During our brief tenure on earth, we see but only a glimpse of the world around us. Let us bless and hold in our hearts Mike, Anne, Cindy, Carol, Robert, and Mary as they journey to Guatemala.
I feel so blessed. Thank you so much. We're excited to be going. Do you have an announcement? Yes.
I just wanted to make a quick announcement too that I finally did it and made a little poster about my shows this month. So I put it up on the bulletin board. So be proud of me. Yeah, I'm playing 2 songs this afternoon at the John Prine tribute show. So I'm playing at 4:45, and I'm doing Clay Pigeons and Hello in there. So it's going to be really fun. And then Foco MX, and I'm playing in Laramie, and some other fun gigs. So just wanted to let you know.
We are proud of you. Yeah. Well, let's do our unity blessing together. Our unity centers us in light and peace, allowing us to recognize our God within and to radiate that love to the world. Thank you.
I was inspired by Reverend Sharon once again to bring back a little bit of wiggle, a little bit of jiggle into our morning creaky bodies. I'm not making any assumptions, but if you feel creaky at all, I'd like to encourage you. It's up there, right? Yeah. Okay. I'd like to encourage you to get up and shake your booty, because that's my favorite thing to say on stage. Now let's go with the right hand. 1, 2, and you put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about, yeah. You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. And now I'm just gonna bop 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 da bop bop dee 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 dee. Now your foot, you put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Left foot, you put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Now put your booty in, you put your booty in, you put your booty out, you put your booty in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Now your whole self, put your whole self in. Put your soul how bad, you put your whole self in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. I said, that's what it's all about. Oh, yeah. Now for a reading from our Ginny.
Good morning. The reading I'm doing today is called Be, and it's by James Dillett Freeman, who is known as Unity's poet. Listen to life, and you shall hear the voice of life crying, Be. What shall you be? Be what you were made to be. You were made to be alive. You were made to be joy. You were made to be a son of God. God made you in his image. The impress of his spirit is on your every living cell. Aim at the highest, though you may not hit it. If you never aim beyond your reach, you will not grow. To be is to grow, and to grow is to aim beyond your reach. Growth is aspiration, and aspiration is the impulse to be what you were born to be. Life is made for the high aimers. They are the true aimers. It is they who make all growth possible. Oh man, you are the spiritual seed of God. Grow as a tree grows, rising out of yourself as a tree rises out of itself. A redwood seed is very small to grow into such a gigantic tree. You are more than a redwood tree. For it has height and breadth and depth, but you have other dimensions. You are mind, you are spirit. O man, you were made to be the perfect man of God. God said, be.
See trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom between me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Skies of blue, red roses too. Eyes of the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you, as you babies cry. I watch them grow. They learn much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you, Elise. Thank you for that message. What a wonderful world. Have you ever thought you're part of that wonderful world? I loved Ginny's reading. It's called Bee, and she uses those analogies of a redwood tree. You think of that. In our yard down in Loveland, all the plants are coming up. The iris are growing. The roses have little shoots on them. And they do so effortlessly. They just be. And I think that's what we're called to be. You know, so many of the world's religions, they talk about how you need to change, how you need to become enlightened, how you need to be different. No, you don't need to be any different. You just need to be. You don't need to learn anything. You don't need to acquire anything. You don't have to attend any of our classes. You don't even have to be here. Uh-oh. I shouldn't say that, should I? It's more fun here. We're here because of the connection that we have. The ability to remind each other how divine we are, how beautiful we are, how complete we are, how enlightened we are. Well, you know, I thought today I'd do something a little different. I've never done this before. I thought I would take 4 prominent authors and talk for a moment, just give you a little glimpse of what they are saying about this very subject. 4 of them in 20 minutes or less. What do you think I can do that? Go for it. Good. First one I'm going to introduce to you is a Catholic Jesuit priest. This is Father Anthony de Mello. And he provides in his book is called Awareness. And in this book, he provides you with some secrets of awareness that includes, in fact, his book is called The Perils and Opportunities of Reality. The first thing you need to be aware of in his system, which he calls the 4 paths to wisdom. First thing you need is awareness of your negative feelings. Get in touch with those feelings is the first thing he says. If you think about this past week, have you had any negative feelings that have been triggered by someone or something? Just observe them. Sort of that little song, standing on the corner, watching all the feelings go by. Now you know why they don't invite me in the choir. But get in touch with those feelings. Observe them. Whatever they are, whatever arises, it's okay. Don't say I shouldn't have those feelings. Just get in touch with them. Just observe them within you. In fact, right now you may be thinking about a situation during this past week where you had a negative feeling about something or someone. Maybe you just got downright angry. But get in touch with them. Observe them. Next thing Father de Mello says, next step is to understand the feeling is not in you. The feeling is in you. Right. Thank you. The feeling's in you. It's not out there in reality. It's not where it come from or you think it come from. You say, that person caused me to have this feeling. No, the feeling's in you. The feeling's just sitting there. The feeling arises. And it's okay. The feeling is in you. Thank you for being aware of my... So stop trying to change reality. Now, isn't it crazy? I have a feeling, I'm angry, and I want to change you because you made me feel that way. Isn't that ridiculous? I'm trying to change someone else in order to solve my own feelings. How many of you try to do that? Yeah, good. Well, stop doing it because it's craziness. No, you can't solve the feeling that is arising within you by trying to change someone else. There's no way that you can do that. The next step, never identify with a feeling. It has nothing to do with the I. Now, the I there, according to Father DeMello, is your spiritual self. It's that truth that you are. It's that place that you are. It's that being that you are, that never was born and will never die. It's that eternal you. It's not that which causes the feelings to arise. It has nothing to do with that true you. Don't define yourself in terms of feeling. Well, say, I'm so angry. No, the true you is not angry. It's a feeling that has arisen in you. So just observe the feeling. The fourth step, understand that when you change, everything changes. If you have a feeling, and that feeling is, say, anger or disappointment or whatever it is, if you just observe it and you stop casting it on all those people out there that supposedly caused it, you'll soon find you can live with the peace. You don't have to blame others. Don't have to find the source out there. It's just a feeling that's arisen. So that's Father DeMello's crux of his book, Awareness, the Perils and Opportunities of Reality. Next verse I'm going to talk about, Lynn Grabhorn. Lynn wrote a book, like all these have. Her book, Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting. It's the title of her book. You won't be able to pick up this book. It's available in our bookstore, but you won't be able to pick up this book and begin reading it, never put it down until you finished it. Very engaging writer. But she also has 4 steps. The 4 steps to deliberate creation. She talks about creating your life. And so I thought I'd just share those 4 steps to creation with you. She says they're guaranteed to work. Yes, she guarantees them. If you buy her book, she'll guarantee that this is going to work. The 4 steps to guaranteed creation. So what are they? Let's look at them. First of all, identify what you don't want. Second of all, from that, identify what you do want. In other words, get clarity. Get clarity of what you want in life. All right? When Sharon and I first moved to Loveland about 3 years ago, I did not want retirement. I was bored out of my ever-loving, living mind. I did not want that. That's not what I wanted to spend each and every day, each and every month, every year, experiencing this thing called retirement, where I get up in the morning, looked at my calendar, nothing on the calendar, nothing to do, no place to go. Just me, Sharon, and 2 golden retrievers. Get clear. I wanted to be in a spiritual community. I wanted to have relationships with people. I wanted to continue to teach some classes. So that was my clarity. This is what I wanted. I also defined what I didn't want. So, get into the feeling place of what you want. So what you do is you feel what it would be like. Experience what you want in life. Experience what your life would be like. And then she says, expect, listen, and allow it to happen. So you just wait. At least in my experience, whatever I affirmed in my life, whatever I desired in my life, whatever I pictured in my life, sure enough, it appeared. She guarantees it. Picture it. Picture it. And just wait. Don't try to force it. Gerald Gates called me up. Said, Jim, would you come and help out? I said, sure. I've been expecting it. Because I pictured it. I felt it. I pictured a kind, loving congregation just like you are. You showed up in my life. You thought I showed up in your life. It's the other way around. Believe me. So that's Lynn's secret. The 4 steps. 4 steps to creation. Okay. Let's look at our 3rd individual I'm going to mention today. Don Miguel Ruiz. I'm not quite pronouncing that right. Ruiz. Yeah. Do you notice we have a Catholic Jesuit priest? A woman that's a tremendous writer, a very talented writer. Now we've got a gentleman here on the screen who comes from the Toltec tradition. How many of you have read his book? Yeah. If you haven't, it's a book that you really need to pick up on your spiritual journey and look at. But Don has the 4 agreements. You notice there's always 4 here for some reason? All right. The 4 agreements, I'll tell you what they are. Yeah, I see that again. Thank you, Ann. The first, I can back it up though, okay? There you go. The first one, to be impeccable with your word. Sounds very simple, but it's extremely powerful. Say what you mean and mean what you say. It's that simple. And it even comes down to situations such as, I see you on Sunday morning, and I say, Hi, Mary, how are you? Oh, just fine. But deep inside you're crying. How many of you put on an act like that at times? That's not being impeccable with your word. You're not opening up and sharing the real you, the really deep you, the true you that's within inside of you. And you're not giving someone an opportunity to maybe stand beside you and step into the gap that you have in your life. So the first step there, be impeccable with your word. The second statement, don't take it personally. That's a tough one for me at times. Somebody says something, someone does something, and I take it personally. Just remember that it is not because of you, it is because of themselves that whatever is happening. It's really kind of strange that we think we're in the center of the universe and everything that's happening to anybody else out there is because of me. Just think about that. Nothing that has ever been done, nothing that can be said is about you. It's about that person. So that's the second of the 4 agreements. Third agreement, don't make assumptions. Boy, how many times I make assumptions about people. I assume what they're thinking, I assume what they're doing, I assume what they're feeling, all kinds of assumptions. And then we believe sincerely that that is the truth. So Don Miguel will, in this book, show you how much folly is involved in making assumptions about what other people are doing or thinking. And the fourth agreement is about action on the first three. Understand and practice under any circumstance. Always do your best. No more, no less. Just always do your best. The simplicity of his approach is particularly appealing, so that the Four Agreements is probably the top listed book of all books that are available right now for your spiritual path. It just helps you remind you of who you really are and how much we trample on others' feelings and thoughts and assumptions and all kinds of other things as we go along. Well, got one more. Debbie Ford, The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. This book is based on Carl Jung's shadow work. And this is nothing new in the world of spirituality. We all have a shadow side. We all have that other side where we are living in the shadow of the light. It's kind of like we got a light bulb and we put something over it and we live in that shadow. In fact, I'm going to quote from her. Instead of trying to suppress our shadows, we need to not conceal, to own, and to embrace the very things we are most afraid of. When I was a kid, a young kid, my dad was very hard on us when we made mistakes. So as a young child, I was always afraid to admit my mistakes. I didn't do it. It must have been my brother Wayne or my sister Wendy. That's the shadow. I was afraid. And if I'm not careful as an adult, I prefer to flee rather than admit a mistake. There's nothing the matter with mistakes. But if we live in that shadow of fear, then she says, instead of trying to suppress our shadows, we need to not conceal, to own, to embrace the very things we are most afraid. By own, I mean acknowledging that a quality belongs to you and is in you. It is the shadow that holds the clues. The shadow holds the secret of change. See, once we recognize the shadow, then we can do something about it. The shadow holds the secret of change. Change that affects you on a cellular level. Change that affects your very DNA. Our shadows hold the essence of who we are. They hold our most treasured gifts. By facing these aspects of ourselves, we become free to experience our glorious totality. Hear those words? Your glorious totality. The very fact you may not recognize your glorious totality is in itself a shadow. Because you've been told by those mean little kindergarten kids, or those parents, those teachers, or especially those religious leaders, that you're not glorious. You don't have a glorious totality. So that in itself is a shadow. The good and the bad, the dark and the light, is all part of your glorious totality. It is by embracing all of who you are that we aim the freedom to choose what we do in this world. As long as we keep hiding, masquerading, and projecting what is inside of us, We have no freedom to be. Ginny, that's your word, be, right? You just read that. You have no freedom to be your true self if you're hiding in your shadow. As long as we keep hiding, masquerading, and projecting what is inside us, we have no freedom to be and no freedom to choose. So we can spend our life fleeing. We can spend our life hiding. We can spend our life masquerading or trying to be what we're not. When we're lurking, we're hiding in the shadows under the pews or someplace, you know. Debbie Ford, in their book, The Dark Side of the Light Chasers, brings a perspective to this aspect of ourselves. And it's of immense value to anyone that's on a personal or spiritual growth path. So did I do it? Did I do 4 in less than 20 minutes? Sharon's not up here with her watch. She's got it. Okay. You're late. Okay. Elise, would you come up and just take what those few words, those few ideas into yourself as Elise plays our meditation hymn.
Our thoughts are prayers,
And we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. On higher consciousness.
a state of peacefulness.
And our God is everywhere.
And every thought's indeed a
So thank you, Elise. So in this moment of meditation, I invite you to maybe just feel comfortable. Close your eyes gently. Let's just breathe into this moment. In unity, we have what is called affirmative prayer. That which we affirm in our life and allow it to be will come flowing in. And so as you think about your spiritual journey, as you embrace all that is, the magnificent you, I'd invite you to just let the thoughts come in about how you can apply one or more of these principles to your life. It might be affirming what you really desire in life. It could be looking at the shadow. It could be recognizing that thoughts and feelings only arise, and we're aware of them, but they're not us. They're not someone else. And so in the quietness of these few moments, just center yourself and see what arises in your own life. So as we travel our spiritual paths together as a community, we bless each and every one around us. We send those on our right a blessing, and those on our left. We are one community traveling together on our own spiritual path, our own way of learning and loving, our own way of being. So may it be. Amen.
We did it.
May the blessings of God rest upon me. May God's peace abide in me. May God's presence illuminate my heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon you. May God's peace abide in you. May God's presence illuminate your heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon us. May God's peace abide in us. May God's presence illuminate your hearts now and forevermore. Now and
And so we come to the time in our service where we bless this community with our tithes and offerings. So let's bless our offering with the words on the screen. There we are. Good. Together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
For the tiny tots. This little light of mine, yeah. I'm gonna let it shine with or without my guitar, yeah, yeah. There it is, yeah. Now wait a minute. I said, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Here on the corner of Lines and Vine, I'm gonna let it shine. I said, here on the corner of Lines and Vine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah. Here on the corner of Lines and Vine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine.
Are you leading us? You're leading us. You're explaining the project.
Today we went outside and we used compasses to find notes for like true north. Truth and true north.
Like Audrey said, we went on a scavenger hunt and
we found these notes. We also talked about intuition, consciousness, and the advisor. They're all like the same thing. And I'm gonna read you the note. Let's see. Can I? Respect others' right to seek the truth in their own way.
Oh. Okay. Nothing to say?
Nathan or Leaf, do you want to share? Okay.
There you go.
Today we talked about foundation of our truth. And we went outside, even though it was freezing, and we found notes.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Okay, you can go and find your parents and thank you for sharing with us. See, they get the same message as we do in here. Foundations of truth. So, thank you for being here. Especially we want to thank those of you that are here for the first time. We hope you'll try us again next week. You really compliment us by showing up a second time. Thank you. Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, where's Joellen? Want to come up here, Joellen? Okay.
You don't know me very well. I am shy. This is first Sunday of the month, and it's birthday Sunday. Do we have any folks that have a birthday this month? Come on up, Kurt. Yes, this is the month of April. Thank you. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, and Sharon. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can probably say both of these names when we're singing. We can sing Beloveds, or we can use your names. Use their names? Okay, and they're going to tell us their name. Well, we know that. But the date?
I was born on the 24th.
The 24th.
Oh, I was born on the 29th.
How about that? Same
Oh,
different years.
Sharon and Kurt. We have Sharon and Kurt. Different years? Yeah. Okay, and so we're going to say their names this time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sharon and Kurt. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Thank you, Joella, for doing that. So let's all join hands and circle up and close our service. Richard.
I think I lost a decibel.
The words are on our screen, so together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Yeah.
Peace on earth